100 games. Holy cow, you guys really did that. We had over 600 people signed up for the game jam that happened 2 weeks ago, and we had 100 entries into the jam. That's the biggest VR jam that has ever happened on itch.io. Holy cow. Congratulations, guys. That was super fun, and a lot of you put out some really, really high quality games. I went through and played a bunch of them. I could not play all of them. I made the mistake of playing all of them live last time, and that was just hard and dizzy, and I almost puked a few times. But this time I played them from the privacy of my own room without you guys watching. So the winners, as I will talk about here in a second, were all rated by the community. From the host, we were just kind of there to facilitate. So on behalf of me, Dinesh from Immersive Insiders, Valum, VR with Andrew, and Dilmer, thank you for participating. And a special shout out to our sponsor, actually, of Unity. Unity sponsored the game jam. The winners are actually going to be getting Unity Pro licenses. So special thank you to Unity for helping us facilitate this. And then the winners also got some asset keys too. So be looking out for the next one. We're probably going to be doing another game jam here in maybe about 6 months or so. We're going to try to space it out to about 2 a year. I think is a good cadence in what the feedback y'all have been giving to us has been. And first, before I get into this, the theme was one-time use, if you were not aware. So the goal was to have something or some element that was only a one-time use item or one-time use mechanic, or basically however you wanted to creatively express one-time use. So let's talk about the winners. In third place, we had Douche Art, and this one was just hilarious. In this game, create art from one-time use throwawayable items. So you basically are in this super nice hall, this art hall, and you are gluing together these one-time use items, and they sell for millions of dollars. It's quite hilarious. In second place, Cards of Destiny by United Gamers. And this one was actually, honestly, this one was really, really cool. When I was playing this for the first time, I knew that this one was going to be in the top few. And I actually recommended this one to a few people as I was talking over the last couple of weeks. Because of just the uniqueness and how cool it is, and it's really like it's a tabletop vibe, but all the characters are running around on this tabletop, and the goal of the game is you use your one-time use cards to protect these humans, get them to their final destination, protect them from some aliens or natural disasters, but just the concept of having a tabletop game where you're in this VR environment, you've got a nice little surrounding and atmosphere. And then having your characters being able to walk around in front of you, and you can move around and get up close and look at them, was a really cool vibe. And I see a lot of cool games in this genre kind of coming out, and I almost see this becoming an entire VR genre, very much like Demio in this kind of case. So props to the winner there, and good job, Cards of Destiny. And number one overall is it was Punch 'Em All, and this one was actually very solid entry. It was very well executed, and it felt like a finished, polished game. It had a lot of those the particle effects and the sound effects, and honestly just the way the menu worked, absolutely incredible. And the winners for this one were Rito Salgado and Adoritek. Thank you for participating in our game jam. Y'all did amazing. We've already been chatting back and forth, and you hopefully have your prizes by now, by the time this video is posted. Congrats. Very well done. So 2-person dev team for this one, and very, very solid entry. And, obviously the community thought so as well. Ranked number 1 in literally every criteria. Number 1 for enjoyment, number 1 for use of theme, number 1 for the presentation, and number 1 for the concept. And so the idea for this game was you are basically managing a town of of townsfolk that are becoming restless, and you have to punch them all with your glove that shoots out of your rocket propelled glove that shoots out of your hand. So you get to shoot your glove and it goes flying, and you have to bounce it off walls and control it with your little screen. And honestly, I had a bunch of fun playing this one. You can just bounce your glove off walls. The sound effects, like I said, are really solid. They make you feel really immersed. It runs well. It's well optimized. The menu system is very unique and really cool. And it's like the little effects, like when you punch the menu to select an item, the letters just kind of fly apart, and the little nuances like that were just excellent. So props to you guys, very well done, and you earned the title of winner of the VR Jam 2022. But wait, before you go, I have a honorable mention that honestly, I thought was just really fun to play, and I just found myself sprawled out on the floor, like, grabbing things like a maniac, and that one was One Time Swipe, and they actually ranked 7th overall. It was Game Dolphin. I don't know if it was one or multiple developers, but this one was a very simple theme. The concept was you had been acquiring all of these cards over the course of some time, and then you had 2 minutes that this company was giving you to swipe as many cards as you had collected, and that was going to give you a bonus or money or some kind of credit towards the store or whatever. I really got the vibe of like it's an infomercial and you have 2 minutes left to call in, except instead of calling in, you're swiping as many cards as possible. And I really loved the fact that I had to like grab coffee cups and like dump them out, and cards would spill out, and then you just start panic swiping across this little desk reader, and like even in like the flower pot and like in file folders and whatnot, you're just like finding cards everywhere. It was pretty hilarious, and honestly, it was very fun, very good feeling mechanic, and I had a lot of fun with this one. So number 7 for One Time Swipe, you're our honorable mention. Congratulations to you as well. We don't really have a prize for the honorable mention, but props to you. So those are our winners. I thank each and every one of them for participating, and if you did not win, I thank you for participating as well. We had over like 1,200 people rate all the games, so if you participated in the jam, you were able to rate all the games, so we had over 1,200 ratings, which is absolutely incredible. And honestly, this was just really fun. And game jams in and of itself, especially if you find a little group of people to do the game jam with, they are really fun, and you get to test your skills and learn a lot of things really quickly. It really exposes what you don't know, and pushes you towards that knowledge, which is what this channel is all about, is just getting VR developers together to learn how to make better VR games and maybe make a career out of it. And on that note, be on the lookout for the course presale that is happening very, very soon. If you're not on the email list, get on the email list down below. It is happening very soon, and I will let you know there first. So get on the email list, and you will get the course at the lowest price that it's ever going to be. So little tidbit for you there, a little takeaway before we go. Thanks for staying to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Whoa, 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 whoa! I can't believe you're about to click off of the video without liking it first. Come on, help a brother out. All right, I'll see you in the next one.